New Voices for Reproductive Justice is an organization that celebrates the health and well-being of Black women and girls.
The way that we define reproductive justice is the human right to control your body, your sexuality, your gender, your work, and your reproduction. New Voices has spent the last 12 years really developing the voices, the leadership, community organizing, and policy advocacy from Black women and girls specifically, but also women of color and LGBTQ people of color.
New Voices Pittsburgh is a place where Black women and girls can network with each other, get to know each other, and really support each other's work.
Well, the best thing that we've been able to accomplish in these last 12 years is to expand our work from a local organization here in Pittsburgh to a multi-state organization where we also have New Voices Cleveland and New Voices Philadelphia, and we're working to expand New Voices across both the state of Pennsylvania and Ohio.
A lot of the work we're doing is really on a national scale. We're talking to policymakers, we're speaking at national conferences, and we're really, at the same time, we're also really focusing on making our community stronger.
New Voices has been involved in so many social justice issues. Some of them include issues around environmental justice, of course, police violence, ending gender-based violence against women and queer and trans people. We've also done work around voter engagement. Currently, New Voices is a powerhouse in engaging Black women ages 18 to 49 to vote in Allegheny County, and we're beginning to replicate that work in Cleveland and Philadelphia. So we're excited, especially during this time that the presidential election is upon us.
New Voices Pittsburgh has a vision where the voices of Black women and girls are at the table.
New Voices has 3 leadership programs which we're very proud of. The first is our Sister Speak Youth Project, which is for young Black women and Black girls ages 12 to 24.
The Sister Speak Youth Project is a very vital program of New Voices because it's allowing or giving young women the opportunity to talk about the issues that are happening for them in Pittsburgh.
We engage them in education around sexual and reproductive health, around mentoring, and our hope and our goal is to train them as community organizers for reproductive justice and other social justice issues. Our second leadership program is our Reproductive Justice Leadership Network, which is for women of color across the state of Pennsylvania, where we teach them how to become spokespersons for reproductive justice and for New Voices, but also to become policy advocates at the state level, because that's where so many of the issues we're concerned about take place. And then lastly, we have our Lord Baldwin Leadership Institute, named for Audre Lorde and James Baldwin, and that's for queer and trans youth over 18. It's more of an intensive training where we teach them basic skills around organizing, queer LGBTQ liberation, and also reproductive justice. And so we graduated our first class, and that's another program we're excited to continue to grow.
The community should care about New Voices because New Voices represents your neighbors, it represents your family, it represents your community at large. And I think of the idea that a rising tide lifts all boats, and being able to really provide an opportunity to stimulate the economic capacity of the Black women and girls community and the LGBT community especially. It's an opportunity to really help your community at large. So being able to actually support New Voices Pittsburgh is an opportunity to really increase the dynamic and the general health of the community around you.
Pittsburgh didn't become more progressive overnight. It took organizations like New Voices and others to say that, you know, these forms of injustice are unacceptable, and we have to push our leaders, push institutions, and push people to be the changes we want to see in the world. And so New Voices has been at the center of any transformation in this community for over the last 12 years.
I think people should get involved with the work of New Voices, and a few ways that they can do that is by attending our events. New Voices is constantly organizing rallies and protests to advocate for reproductive justice in Pittsburgh.
And I know that our work has had an impact, not only on our primary constituency of Black women and girls, but for those who are allies to Black women and girls.
Obviously, a financial contribution is always accepted, but for individuals who are not able to contribute financially, coming actually to our offices in East Liberty of Pittsburgh and physically being present to support this work is something that is always helpful.
There's lots of ways to be involved in New Voices, and if there's some reason a person couldn't make this awesome fundraiser we're going to have here, it would be great for them to go to our website, newvoicespittsburgh.org/donate, and they can make a one-time donation, or they can sign up to make a recurring donation at any amount level that they would like. If they would like to volunteer, they can simply email info@newvoicespittsburgh.org. We encourage everyone to follow us on our social media, on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And there's always something going on in New Voices. We're so honored and grateful that the Butter Joint has invited us back for a second year. And we had a great time last year, so you don't want to miss out this year. And help us to continue to do our work that we do in this community, in the Pittsburgh community and beyond.